to let people know particular thing, health issue, and here we have Moment with Lola. Moment with Lola is not an entertaining podcast. No, it's about health related issues. When you go online, you see different health talks, and I was like, no, I need to bring this down. And we are going on 10 universities, or rather 5 universities and 10 secondary schools to raise awareness, if not about malaria or typhoid, my dear sisters and brothers. It is to raise awareness on health related issues about brain tumor, especially with our students. So I know what it feels when we talk about brain tumor. Most people would have been having the symptoms, but they won't know that it's brain tumor. We all know nowadays in Nigeria, my dear sisters and brothers, if you don't have money and you don't have God and you fall sick, you're your home. It's what has happened to me before. So, me standing in front of everybody, I just need to be real. C'est la vérité que je veux parler aujourd'hui, c'est pas la parole de faux. Non, je dois parler la vérité. They're looking at she speaks French. Yes, I speak French too. So if you try to abuse me in French, I will hear oh. Moment with Lola mission. My mission is to come through for those in need. Not all brain tumors, voila. Not all brain tumors are cancerous. You need to understand that. Mine was not cancerous. That's like I said to you like this. It's not cancerous. I just thank God for that. So when we talk about tumor that's cancerous and one that is not cancerous, we are like we all know that. We all know the difference between the two. So don't just look at me and say, what is this person saying? You don't understand what she's saying. Please, you need to understand what I'm saying this afternoon.
My name is Aisha. Yeah, I'm so happy to be here at the Kozeri at Nigerian French Language Village today, treating the topic brain tumor with Lola. So I learned a lot on the topic brain tumor. Brain tumor is an abnormal growth in the cells in the brain, and it has some symptoms that we that we can actually overlook if we are not careful, like chronic headache. So majority of people has headache, but most times we see it as probably being a symptom of fatigue or malaria or thereabout, but it's actually one of the symptoms of brain tumor.
Hello everyone, my name is Nofisat Ayonyemi. It's been such an informative moment this evening. Let's talk with Lola, where we are able to learn so much about brain tumor. The key takeaway from this session today is that we shouldn't take our health for granted, and the moment we witness symptoms or signals that are alien to our system, we should ensure we consult our doctors.
My name is Wadi Delo. I'm a small lecturer here in Finland. I was really impressed with my daughter. I will call her my daughter, Dami Lola, who came to present on the brain tumor. It was very interesting. Students enjoyed it. They understood, and many of them derived something from what she said, and that made me be proud of her. I wish her a success in life. Continuation of our various presentations on this important topic.
Hi, my name is Grace. I was opportunity to be one of the audience of this conference, and I was able to learn a few things, not to ignore certain symptoms because it could lead to brain tumor, which could be headaches, And I've also learned also how to manage these things or certain steps to take in order to manage brain tumor or to prevent them, which is exercising.
My name is Dr. Kamaruddin Rashidat. So this is a pie chart illustrating new cases in between 7 different continents: Asia, Africa, Oceania, and the like. We can see from the pie chart here, Asia accounts for about 52.6%, while the Africa is about 5.70%. Similar thing, but the Oceania is about 0.82%, which is the lowest. So what are the causes and risk factors? We cannot pinpoint exactly what causes brain tumor, but we'll be able to identify the risk factor, which include being male. Yes, race. The Caucasian are at more risk of developing brain tumors. Age too. Let me be specific. Anybody can develop brain tumor. Children have brain tumor, adults, elderly, but the incidence increases with age. Family history too. Those that have family history of any form of cancers or tumors, they are at risk. Genetic risk, exposure to radiations. Radiation could be in form of repeated exposure to X-rays or CT scan, exposure to toxic chemicals like formaldehyde, vinyl chloride, HIV infection, smoking. And that's why the Federal Republic of Nigeria said all smokers are liable to die. So if you are the type that smoke weed, take marijuana and the like, please stop. Then use of cell phones. We know cell phones has radiations. And imagine you getting yourself exposed to repeated radiations. Use of hair dyes. We know some hair dyes contain some toxic chemicals which can be injurious to the brain. So what's the pathophysiology of brain tumor? How does brain tumor develop? So this is a step-by-step process. Usually when body is exposed to chemicals or radiation, body has a coping mechanism by adjusting to it. So when body adjusts to this kind of irritations from chemicals or radiation, it changes the morphology. Morphology means like changes in the shape or size of it or the structure. But when there's repeated exposure to these irritants, the body can no longer adjust. Hence, there will be mutation. So once there is mutation, there will be activation of some genes. We call it oncogenes. Oncogenes are tumor forming genes. They promote tumor formation. And there will be inactivation of tumor suppressor genes. Tumor suppressor genes are meant to suppress tumor from forming. But once there is mutation, these genes are suppressed, which means
good afternoon. My name is Lucky Eyanahore. Today's section with Moment with Lola was a wonderful one, and I get to learn a lot, at least the meaning of what brain tumor is, how cancerous it can be, and how non-cancerous it can also be, the causes and the way of also attacking this. But one thing that I feel shocked about is how can being male cause brain tumor? It's something I've been pondering on, and I believe by the end of this section, I will get to understand more and know more about this.